Woodland animals. How about a raccoon?
For the project today, I have a whole sheet of brown paper, a half sheet of brown paper, oil pastels, and a marker. But we know if you just have regular white paper and regular crayons, you can do this just fine. Let's draw the raccoon head. It's a football shape, so I need a rainbow line and then a smile line. They connect kind of at a point in the corners. Next up, let's add in some little ears. They're not right on top, but triangles a little further out on the head, with a little triangle on the inside so we can put some pink in there. That's right. Now, a raccoon has a black mask like a bandit, so I'm going to do a big letter M from one corner to the other corner. I go right to the middle and then to the other corner. Very nice. Now I need to make the same kind of line below it, so I started in the middle and went out. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to line it up, guys. Let's put in a little nose. My nose is a straight line across and then down to a point, like an upside down triangle. I'm going to color that in. And then artists, I like to do a mouth that's just barely a smile, so it's a little straight line down and a little smile line. You can do a different mouth if you want to. Moving on, let's make some eyes. Now we're going to do these eyes right in the mask part. I'm going to make one big circle and try to make a matching one on the right side. Now guys, if you wanted to have sparkly little eyes, you might already know how to do that. I'm going to make mine looking up and to the left. And so I made a small circle that I'm going to leave white, and then I gradually got bigger and bigger around it until I liked the size. That's its pupil. Onto the body. The body's just going to be rounded lines that go from the neck down off of the page. No wrong way to do this, guys. We're going to hook his tail on later, so don't worry. Let's put two little hands going into the middle so that this raccoon can hold a cup of cocoa. Very nice. Okay, artists, I need to get my half sheet of brown paper so that we can design the tail. Now, I like to put one finger in the middle of a short end and put a dot right there. I like to just do an imaginary line first and then actually trace it with my marker. And this line is going to get bigger as it goes down towards the other end. Now, we know that a raccoon has a very stripy tail. So I'm just going to make stripes down this tail, and I curve them just a little bit because it's going to help it look more three-dimensional. It doesn't matter how many you have. It doesn't matter if they're fat or if they're skinny. Just get some stripes on there, guys. Now I'm going to use oil pastels because that's what I have. They also show up really nice on dark paper. If you have construction paper crayons, those work great too. If you have regular crayons, guess what? Those will be awesome. The important thing is that you do something and that you try. Now let's make this tail stripy using black and white. Black and white. I'm going to make this tail stripy. It's always a good idea to get in the habit of starting with your lightest color first, because that way my dark color could cover up any little mistakes that I might make. You know, in case I'm not being careful enough. But if I was to do black in these and then try to cover up a mistake with white, newsflash, it's not going to go very good. If you have your own way to make a raccoon stripy tail, awesome, do it. But I left a little piece at the widest part of the tail that I did not color. This is because oil is slippery, and I want to be able to put glue here to attach it to my raccoon. Now the raccoon face has a black mask, and I'm going to do all of my black last so that it doesn't smear everywhere. glue this on, we want to press firmly, not rub, because oil pastels are like butter. Remember, they're all oily, like butter, baby, butter. So press down, not rub. Now, if we want this woodland creature to look like he's holding his hot cocoa, we're going to have to cut out these little hands right on the black line. So I fold it very carefully and make a little cut right on the black line. If it's pretty close, then we can kind of just make it work when we put in our cup. My fold goes across my line, so that when I snip with my scissors, it goes right down on the black line. Let's see how I did. It should be just a hole big enough to put in the tip of your scissors. Then you can go around and cut this out. Do both hands. Now I'm going to use these little scraps of paper that I had just around the house, and it doesn't matter what color they are, but I'm going to kind of measure and say, okay, I think this color would work for his little cup of joe. Then I'm going to just draw lines angled towards the bottom, because cups get smaller at the bottom, usually. Cut this out, and then we're going to measure for the lid. I do this by laying my white paper across the top and just kind of eyeballing what I think a lid would look like. Now I know it's going to be skinny and long like a rectangle, but I also like to put these little, snippets in on the edge, like one of those plastic lids that goes on a styrofoam cup. Cut this out and glue it on. Now I think my cup needs a little hot sleeve, plus it'll be a pop of color. So I choose my little strip, cut it as big or as thin as you'd like, and then I need to fold this like an accordion. This means I fold it back and forth. I tried it a couple different ways. It's hard, guys. It's a little piece of paper. So just do the very best that you can, and it's gonna be perfect. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth it goes. Oh, I finally got it.
Dang, artist, look at you! You made something. You did it!